Welcome to The Mystic Fool. I'm Martin Worth, and this is The Mystic Fool. Shamanic journeying. Okay, what is shamanic journeying? It's a technique to allow you to go to the world beyond the veil. This might be for spiritual guidance. It might be to meet a spirit guide. It might be to access the Akashic records. It might be to find the answer to a question, meet your power animal, totem. Yeah. Realistically, shamanic journeying is no different than a usual meditation, except it utilizes usually the sound of a drum, which you can hear in the background. Maybe sound like gong or flutes. Can be many things. And usually a shamanic journey is guided by a shaman, a person who is a spiritual guide. And shaman seems to be the term to use. So I guess the difference between a usual meditation and a shamanic journey is that in a usual meditation you normally be just journeying on your own within a certain confines of your own experience. But with a shamanic journey, you have the assistance of a guide, a person, a shaman, who can take you perhaps a level deeper than you would normally go. If you've been following my teachings, you'll know that I'm very big on spiritual hygiene, and that is keeping your field safe. We acknowledge spirit, and we determine to work with those energies and only those energies that serve your highest good. That's the start of spiritual hygiene, to ensure that your field is secure as you journey on your meditation. With shamanic journeying, the job of the shaman is to take you deeper, perhaps to places where you have not been before. I suppose in some ways Tranquility Circle, which runs on a Wednesday night, is a shamanic meditation, because I'm guiding a group of people on a meditation. I have their trust, and they follow my lead in where we go on a particular evening. And I got to admit, sometimes even I don't know where we're going to go on a particular evening, and I'm trusting spirit, but working within my capabilities and not overstepping, going to places behind the veil where I have no experience, where I do not have the right to pass. And understanding law, L-O-R-E, understanding what permissions are required before you step into a particular realm, shall we say, beyond the veil, is a really important thing to know in keeping yourself spiritually safe. And by spiritually safe, what I mean is, there is a rule, a law, a spiritual law that says, he who steps into the game of another is subject to the rules of that game. And what that means is, when you step into someone else's space, house, whatever, shop, let's take it to the 3D world, you're subject to the rules of that house, shop, whatever. And if you are a reasonable person, you will abide by the protocols that are set within that space. In Australia, we're going to a shop and we pay the asking price, or we don't buy it. Go to Bali and you don't pay the asking price because you know it's inflated by 400% and you bargain. They're the rules of those particular games. In the spiritual realm, there are laws, parameters and rules that you may not be necessarily aware of. Once you step into the game of another, if you do not have the right, as in the right, to be in that game, you are or may become subject to the laws of that game that you're not aware of. That sounds very ethereal, but put it this way. If you were, for instance, doing a meditation where you were wanting to heal someone, okay, this is a good example, where you're sending love to that person for healing. There is absolutely nothing wrong with sending love to that person for healing. But let's say you're a little bit spiritually advanced as a healer, and while you're sending love, you detect the presence of an entity. And you decide that you're going to remove that entity. Well, the question is this: do you have permission from that person to remove that entity? Do you have permission from that person to probe that deeply into their field? Unless you have expressed permission from that person to work with them on all levels and dimensions, you do not. And so whilst it's okay to send love, if you start removing energies and entities from that person without permission, you may well remove those entities from that person. They're going to call them back, probably, because they'll wonder what's going on. Maybe yes, maybe no. But those entities, because you have violated law without permission, then have permission to enter your field. It's kind of like naivety, if you know what I mean. Kind of like, yeah, I think you get my point. Okay. So with shamanic journeying or any deep meditation, you need to know that you have the permissions to enter the dimension within which you're working. You need to understand the laws of law. The deeper you go, the more knowledge you need. It's like people who go looking for a spirit guide. Okay, there are spirit guides, and that's the subject of another conversation. You go looking for a spirit guide beyond the veil, without the correct protections and without the protocols in place to understand how to discern between a spirit guide and an entity, between a spirit guide that has mastered unconditional love and that is there for your highest good, and a spirit guide that's there just to mess you up and have a bit of fun. Because there are entities out there that will mess you up and have a little bit of fun. There are entities out there that will mess you up and mess you up. Because beyond the veil, there are a whole realm of energies, entities. Imagine like going anywhere, I guess. Let's go down into a pub. There's people in there that are going to really resonate with you. There's people in there that will pretend to resonate with you and try and get you to buy them a drink. There's people in there that will pretend to resonate with you for their own benefit and perhaps try and pick you up and take you home. Whatever. So when you go beyond the veil, it's like walking into a space where there are different people, inverted commas. Some are helpful, some are not. Some you want to tangle with, some you don't. discerning between them can be tricky. Yeah, so shamanic journeying. Get a guide if you want to go deep. Listen to the meditation toolbox that I started putting together. It'll give you step-by-step instructions as each meditation goes deeper for you to be able to know the laws of law. Come along on a Wednesday night to Tranquility Circle. It's an online meditation. It's by donation. In fact, if you want to come the first time, you can come as my guest. It's not too hard to find where Tranquility Circle is because it's on my website, martinworth.com, and you'll find the Tranquility Circle page and a guest link there, and a donation link. Yeah. So what is that drumming in the background? I hope it hasn't been too annoying. The speed of the drumming for a shamanic journey is the speed that matches the theta waves of your mind, which is helpful in two ways. One, it gives you a focus point to listen to, and having something to listen to that is repetitive is very, very helpful in allowing you to go deeper. Secondly, that pace matches the theta waveform of your mind, which is the waveform of, I guess, deep sleep. So have a listen. And also we have birds. So this drumming track is something that I put together and is available for free. All you need to do to access the drumming track is send me your details on themysticfool at martinworth.com. So email me at that email address and I will send you the drumming track. It's called Drumming Track with Birds because when I recorded it, I was in the bush and there was a currawong and there was a willy wagtail who both decided to sing along with the drumming track. So it's quite cool. A lot of people have used it and I've had some really good feedback from it. So yeah, join Tranquility Circle. Let's do some meditation. Ask me about the meditation toolbox. I'll be doing a short podcast on that soon. It will be available, if it's not already, by the time this is released. Ask me about the drumming track with birds and I'll send it to you. Okay. Just going to listen to the drumming track for a while now. Feel free to join me. It's pretty cool, hey? Alright. I'll do more on shamanic journeying. This was really just a peek at it. In shamanic journeying, there's the upper world, the lower world, the middle world. Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. But don't experiment. Don't go there alone. Get yourself a shaman that you can trust. I don't necessarily call myself a shaman, but you can trust me. Part of my mission is to help you to create the life you love, to be the best you can be. So I love you, bless you, I hope all the best for you. Have a great week, and get in touch. themysticfool@martinworth.com. See ya.